one late model crate feature.
My gosh, she's as old as my glitter. And all my brother does is play Grand Theft Auto. I'm trying to get him into NASCAR, but he's like, no. I will wait till the next gen car until I get into NASCAR.
Is Beam in here? Can someone check for me?
Cubs here.
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
him.
16 truck? Shitty. I don't know
I don't
what's
see
going
Bowman
on.
either.
Beam's not online.
I know, it's freaking me out. He's a playoff driver.
Oh well.
I was gonna say, Shadow, if he doesn't show up, you'll move up. You gotta catch back.
God, NASCAR game.
Right.
You don't need a teammate.
Hell,
Are
time
you
to try to make
going
the
to
most out of the
Sports
chance
game?
that was given.
Brett, all your teammate, well, me, Napa, and you, the 3 GMS trucks are up there, so it's not like...
I'm towards the bottom of it, man. At least I think I am.
Steven, are you in here?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy.
Long time no see.
Long time no fuck.
Well, I mean, at least we got
Hell,
all 3
man.
GMS trucks in the playoffs. That was good.
Everybody else in here's fucked me except you. What the hell, man?
Josh, you and Nick are
Alright,
versus
I guess are we
third.
going T?
I'm at 6.
We're just waiting.
Oh, yeah, me and Napa have, like, an Uber, like, in our own little bubble.
Alright, I'm unpausing. I guess no Beam.
That's gonna move everything up, then, if he doesn't show up.
Yeah, and no Bowman either. Bowman's coming for the second race. He's got a family thing he's going to.
Is Bowman in the you said a funeral?
He's going to a dinner with the family.
See, that's good for me. I'm 9th out of like 12, so I'm good.
Right,
Why
there's
am
2
I, like,
playoff guys
muted?
not here.
Bowman's underneath you though, Jordan.
I mean,
Yeah, who's all behind who, Brett?
The 38 is the last spot in the cutoff, and the 17 is the first truck under the cutoff.
Yeah, but he's only got me by 1 point.
The Shine Cubs in the lobby?
Yeah, 1 point's all you need.
The last one.
No, I'll beat him. I'll beat him this whole round. I hate to say that about my teammate, but I said this the other day. There's only about 5 guys in here that I should.
You don't get friends by beating them up all the time.
I said, Brett. I said you would.
I don't like
You would beat. You would make it easily. Oof would make it easily. Napa.
You don't
would make
get
it
what I was
easily.
referring to, man.
Yeah, I did. Juicy. I said you would make it.
awesome.
And then NASCAR King. That's a 5 or 6. I should expect to easily make it through. Then me and Duke King both should make it.
Oh snap! I forgot to reset my internet. Then
Oh,
great.
you're clear.
I mean my PlayStation. I forgot to do that.
Don't pull a Kevin Harvick.
Well, I still can I just back out now and
Yeah, you can come back.
sacrifice?
Sure, you can start at the back if you want. You should have like 3 invites.
Something just evaporated.
NASCAR King, use your brain.
Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
Yeah, use
Oh
your brain.
shit! I just killed the 21.
Right, just
I'll be
kill
right
the
back.
GMS
I'll make
teammate.
sure to make it back.
Well, he slowed down so much. I'm sorry. Is the 21 in here?
He's in here, yeah. He probably made a mistake.
My bad,
but,
Joanna.
Everybody.
What are you guys
Everybody-
doing? That's a wall.
Tyler, it was on me. I freaking went into turn 3 like how I normally would. I didn't think he was checking up so hard and hitting into the corner. And when I saw him slow down so fast, I just chucked it left and I still got him.
Still there.
Well, I did too. But I wasn't expecting that to
Are
happen.
there on the outside. All clear.
Napa, you're not that good here either. I forgot. Why are we going to lie?
Shadow.
You can be Shadow. That's why.
That's not sad. That is definitely
Careful,
sad.
still there. All clear, no
Man,
pressure
fuck my
from
lap.
behind.
Appreciate
Clear
it.
left.
Glad you-
We got one more coming for the race. Bo the Racer.
Stay low.
And that's
Two
it.
to go, driver.
I have to say,
my
yeah,
bad.
that's still a door from everybody, is it?
Hey, that's guilty.
What's that?
What's
Sir?
that? Look outside. Outside. Outside there. Find yourself. All clear, no pressure from behind. Careful, still there.
Okay, question for everybody. Has anybody ever had a cheeseburger with egg cooked on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Hangover burger.
Lap, this time by.
I've had a cheeseburger with an egg and bacon.
My bad, PDC, I got...
Make your bumper. Clear high, clear
I just got
high.
sent. No, I got
Yeah,
sent. No,
I
I
had
got
orange
sent.
shark behind me. He said me, dude.
Nobody out back.
I really got sent. Whoever said I'm bluffing, I got sent.
Yeah, I got this.
I don't know who hit me. All I heard is
Way to hold a good steering wheel all day.
NASCAR King. Why'd you hit me so fucking hard?
I got hit.
Again, man, PC, that's how you make friends. You hit them, they're gonna hit you back.
No, they sent me. Whoever it was sent me full head on into the wall.
Okay, I'm here. Well, I'm not.
We did not
on
miss
your
you at all.
side just yet.
We already
Definitely. Ha ha ha. Funny.
No, it's true. Right, guys?
I'm not stupid.
We never said that.
I did.
I know.
You literally said I'm not stupid, so are you assuming that you're making us assume that you're stupid, pretty much?
No.
By saying that
I'm
you're
just saying
not.
I know y'all are joking around.
I'm not joking around.
How do you
Fuck
know? How do you know we're joking?
Yes.
And we're on
Just
lap 5.
listening in your voices.
Who do you guys think got the pole?
Napa.
Shadow.
Yeah, probably.
NASCAR King's my guess.
Whoever guessed it was high.
Shadow.
Whoever had the fastest lap is the pole winner.
Shadow.
Not really.
Shadow. It's a me. Little baby.
Oh, 6.
I was
better than
wrong.
5.
What? The new
How did I
guy.
get third?
What?
I started 8th.
Where? Oh,
How
that's
about
right. You
that?
said he was running 33.9s.
That's awesome, buddy. Good job.
Somebody did I get a poll?
Dude, you should have hit him a little harder.
Oh, that's
How did
awesome.
Armstrong get a good lap? Wow.
Good scene.
Look at me. I got freaking third out of that.
Nice
And that was
job,
on my
Bo.
last
You need
lap,
an
too.
invite, right?
Armstrong
Yeah,
second.
I was busy making BB a paint scheme for the
Me and
sports teams.
Napa start right next to
problem.
each other again.
That's both of monsters. I was thinking
There's
about doing an
two.
Oreo paint scheme for the Tenza.
Armstrong starting second. That's awesome.
The new names up in the
This is
front.
badass, man.
At 9.
I'm not even sure. Anyone else want to tell him?
7.
Okay, there you go. A 7. That's honestly what I would go with too, to be honest. But I haven't run here at all in a while in a truck.
What track
What
is this?
car are you
we're on?
running? You running this race?
I'm not running it, no.
Okay.
What track is it?
Little Bubba, are you running a 7 right now? On 2 times where?
It's 1 times for regular.
No, it's not. It's 2.
I'm jumping out of here to start the commentary
Oh,
booth.
well,
I'll bring Shadow,
well,
and
fine.
good luck, everybody.
Make sure
Send me
you get
an
the stuff,
invite.
Shadow.
What?
Ooh,
I got
send
you.
me a couple invites.
I got you.
Oh, yellows
Okay.
are on.
Thanks,
Wait,
guys.
does that mean stages, or is there? Can you actually get a yellow flag at this track now?
No, there's both.
There's yellows.
That means yellow.
There's-
It's relaxed yellow. So
Yeah. So if you
We're
die,
waiting.
hack.
if you die, then we'll keep. It'll stay green. But if the whole field dies,
If you
then we'll
die-
have yellow.
If you die and kill a bunch of people, you should take people with you. You can get a call. You can get it.
Oh well. Damn.
This is my guess. I'm checking my phone again, just in case, because I messaged him on Facebook. Oh. I don't know if he knew that we were starting yet. He's read my messages now. He's coming.
We're gonna wait.
Yep.
Okay.
I would do it for any one of any of the playoff drivers. You know what I mean? If it was a non-playoff driver and they were late and didn't know or whatever, we would have to go without him.
Yeah, he's in the playoffs. That's fair. So.
Exactly, and he's stayed up late all season long. It's like 4 in the morning when he races with us. You know what I mean? And he's got a win. He's in the playoffs. So I'm so proud of him. So, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be. If he's just getting on now, how late he has to stay up, that'd be kind of a dick move to go. So.
Right.
So the Loppy doesn't bug out waiting for him. It's the only problem.
That's the only problem.
Yeah. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes it's fine though. So. Scorpion is here. Being
And the dog's getting ridiculous upstairs.
I can hear it. That is right. Too long, the server will lag, but
He's right, but
depends how long Beam will take. But don't want him to miss a playoff race either.
exactly. Like, this is huge. He's the first driver from France to make the playoffs in a NASCAR series for NOSSCAR.
Well, to be fair, isn't he the first full-time driver from France too? long we'll be waiting for him?
No idea, no. I know that he's coming right now, though. Hold on a minute. I don't know. Let me know if he joins the race lobby, okay?
Okay.
Online doesn't mean he's not on, but usually he does appear online, so I'm a little bit worried here. You better friggin' hurry.
How long are you willing to hold the lobby for him? I really don't care, but...
He just said that he's not ready at all. Start without him. My internet needs a reboot. I absolutely didn't know you had a change of time. I'm asking him how long will it take you? No answer yet. He's seen it just now.
Yeah.
Someone else just joined the lobby. Who's this? Tanner, okay.
I mean, like, if it'll only take him like 5 minutes, I'd be okay with waiting, so... Maybe even 10, might have to restart the lobby by then, but...
Alright, he's good. He just said... He is online.
Alright, so... That's good.
Good old PC.
If he gets in here within another minute or two, I think the lobby will still be okay.
Come on.
We lost someone. Somebody backed out.
I know.
Not sure who it was. Bother Racer, I guess.
Yeah, and he's back in now. He's here, I think. Yes, he is.
Yep,
Okay.
got me.
Send me an invite, Shadow, and I'm unpausing and getting the hell.
Flying on my friends list to find you. Alright. Duking's the host. Right now on the loading screen, you can join whenever.
Awesome.
I just hope the lobby isn't buggy now.
I hope so too. But honestly, he's a playoff driver. No matter what, I knew I was waiting for him.
Yeah, it's fair.
I would have done it for any of the playoff guys. And I was beyond stoked for him to make the playoffs. He's more of an F1 guy.
Yeah.
Starter has a green flag in his hand. Drive
Do you
hard.
think he would have made it without the win?
By himself.
Based on points, yes, and it was proven. He had the points. He was like 5th in the final standings for regular season.
Point, look outside. He's outside.
5th or 6th.
He's outside there by himself. One back.
Pretty sure we'll have to
Point, look
stop.
outside. He's outside.
Yes, you will in stage 1, 1 pit
Clear
stop.
outside.
5 laps short, there ain't no way it's been saved.
Clear. And
Right,
behind you.
exactly. I looked that up earlier.
Got one down low now.
As usual for the truck races, I'm not going to broadcast right from lap 1. Long races, so I'm going to save my voice, but I am going to jump in once you're on lap 2.
Car outside.
There you go, now you are, so I'm jumping in.
Got a car coming inside now.
What?
Left side. Inside. Clear behind.
Keep
Left
going, this
side.
is good.
Alright, clear low. Got his nose there. To your door. Inside. Clear behind. Careful, still there. Back it down.
Yeah, we got a yellow already, okay. I spun by myself, off of Duking, and threw a yellow.
The yellows are on relaxed, so I'm a little surprised by that, but alright. Well, everyone might be able to make it to the end now if it goes green. Consider it a competition caution.
It'll still be close. But yeah. Got in the back of Duking a little bit, truck spun around, and threw a caution.
Drive safe. Be smart. Keep your head on straight. Almost ready.
Reach out for the 20.
Look ahead for me. Clear outside. Car
Nice.
high. Careful.
Tires might not be,
Inside.
but
Clear behind.
we'll see.
Left side is clear. Right side.
Yeah, buddy. I was watching this and I was thinking, yeah.
All clear.
He's getting attacked now, though. No contact, but 20 truck went underneath him. Juicy drifted up a little higher than he wanted to. And the 20 back to the lead. I'm impressed with the new guy. Jackson Stotts, his name is. The 20 truck. Two times in the Motormaster race last night. The second one, Vegas. He drove into the top 10. And then just got caught up in a couple of things here and there. And I think he finished in 14th or 15th.
Keep it up. That was your best lap ever.
So it's amazing to see him suddenly just leading laps here in the Truck Series the following day. And getting the pole.
On the outside now. All clear.
Oh, 23 got really out of shape there.
Got one inside. All clear.
Deakins in 9.
Scored 10.
Oh, okay, sorry. Beams 12.
Got his nose there. Clear door. Clear low.
Look at DCJ go, man.
Inside.
I'll be right back and then I'm coming back to start the broadcast.
Keep it up. That was your best lap ever. Got one peeking outside. All right, clear outside. Careful, still there. All the way up. Get up, get up. Clear high. Bottom lane moving. All clear. One back. Stay left. Still there. Stay to your left. Still there. All clear. Inside. Stay up against the wall. Stay high. Still there. Careful, still there. You got room. You're clear.
I'm back and I'm getting ready to start. Here we go. How many laps to go in the first stage? Okay.
Left side's clear.
Oh shoot, there was one other thing I wanted to do. I'll be right back. There's 2 trucks on the road already. That's not good. Shy Cubs is one of them.
outside now. Bottom's clear.
What do we got? You in second? That's NASCAR in second.
One back. Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
Okay. Broadcast starting.
Stay high up here. Clear left.
Welcome everybody to Tailgate Tuesday, and it is time for the playoffs, folks. 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5 on the PlayStation 4 console. We've come a long way here in a short amount of time. 7 playoff races are upon us, and we begin here at Gateway. It is the Shield 200. And we have 18 drivers rocking and rolling here for Stage 1. We've already seen one caution for an on-track incident, and we're watching the pole sitter, Jackson Stotts, lead the way in the number 20 Chevy Silverado, making his very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series start. And he made his debut in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series just last night for Motormaster Monday at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Finished outside the top 10 in that one, but drove inside the top 10 on 2 different occasions. Just got caught up in a couple of incidents and came down to some tire mileage, some tire consumption at the very end of the race. So he didn't get the finish he was hoping for there. He's being followed closely by Jesse Carlson, the driver of the number 88 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports. And right behind them is Josh Colm-Diaz, the driver of the number 23 Chevy Silverado for Timac Motorsports. Oh, and around goes the pole sitter, folks. I was just giving him a shout out, and Jackson Stotts in the 20. I believe he got loose over there. And oh man, we're hearing it from our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall. I didn't even get to you yet, my fault. And the caution is out for the second time for an on-track incident. Yeah, I should introduce ourselves here. I'm NOSSCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, alongside in-race reporter, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports, and that is Alex Tesdall. Alex, did you see at all what happened there to the 20 truck?
Nah, I was too far back, but looked like he might have got on the curb a bit. Spun in front of a few guys.
That's what I was thinking too, because there was nobody that were challenging him, nobody that was right on his tailgate or anything like that. So I'm thinking that he just oversteered, got down onto the rumble strip perhaps, and yeah, spun that 20 truck right around while leading the race. And we'll have to see where it lines him up. He's going to take the lead again here.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready.
And we're still in Stage 1, correct?
Green, green, green.
All right then. Oh, and he forgot to hit that button to go to pit road. It looks like he's going to pull over and let the field go. And the green flag is back in the air. These drivers heading towards turn 1. Jesse Carlson, Nick Donfrancesco, side by side for the race lead.
Stay to your left. Car outside.
And for now, it's Ford power. Jesse Carlson takes the lead, and the points leader, the regular season champion, Nick Donfrancesco, in that black and orange number 24 truck. He's going to settle in line in the second. Josh Colm-Diaz, we're riding with him in the blue and white Silverado here, number 23. He's got a couple of wins this season, 3 in fact, and he's running in third. Had a little bit of a wild turn too there. He got loose, came down right in front of Alex Tesdall in the 98. Contact was made, and Alex found the inside wall. Front end damage for him, but luckily we're in the closing laps of Stage 1. He'll be able to get back up there and in this group again for Stage 2. Oh, more contact there with the 51 and the 23. How about the driver of the 51, Jeffrey Robinson Jr.? Before we began the broadcast, he went all the way up there, took the lead, led a few laps, and then ran behind the pole sitter of Jackson Stotts in the second position for quite some time, showing that he's got a very strong number 51 Toyota Tundra for Rockstar Racing here tonight. And the battle for the lead is still on here, folks. And the two drivers, arguably, that are the two favorites to win this year's NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship are battling for the lead, and it's going to be Nick Francesco taking the lead with a very remarkable pass on the outside line, going through 3 and 4 that last time by.
No pressure from behind.
Back to the bottom goes Jesse in that yellow number 88 Ford F-150. He's not giving up yet. There's contact made between the two. And it's going to be a drag race coming out of 4. The outside line does not get the run coming out of the turns here that it does at some other tracks that we've been doing broadcasts for recently, such as Las Vegas Motor Speedway and Bristol Motor Speedway. Gateway doesn't really have that strong of a run coming from the outside line.
All right, you're clear.
So if you can get to the bottom of somebody, usually you can complete the pass going into the next turn if you can run the corner properly. And right now they're all chasing Nick Francesco in the 24. He's got 7 wins this season, and he's headed towards a record for the most wins in one single season. Would love to accomplish that, and he would love to also capture his very first NOSSCAR championship, and this very well might be his best season to do that. And I apologize, what did you say?
23 was around the court.
Uh-oh. And Josh Colombia is in the 23, apparently was having an issue there, and turns 3 and 4 that last time by, and you're right, he's lost a number of positions here. He's working his way down the back straightaway now. The 21 of Robert Lohman Sr. goes for a spin on the back straightaway. Everyone is going to miss him and keep going. What a move there by Jeffrey Robinson Jr. It was an aggressive one. He went to the bottom of Brett Baker looking for that spot. This is all happening inside the top 10. And they're looking for stage points. It's the top 5 that get those stage points. And this is the battle right here for 6th and 7th between the 2 and the 51. And Timmy Brown in the 8 truck is right behind them, having a good run in the 8th position. And Armstrong got a little, no, excuse me, it was Stephen Corley in the 99 that got really loose coming out of turn 4 that last time by. He really had to save that truck, chase it down the hill a little bit, and they're still scrapping it out for these stage points. It's Nick and Jesse in the 24 and the 88 leading the way. They've got a nice, comfortable cushion, a nice gap over this battle that we're keeping our eye on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. No Shift Motorsports teammates Jason Armstrong and Jordan Routon are working together in this group right here. And it's Brett Baker leading the way in 3rd, trying to hold these drivers off. Brett's a playoff driver, Armstrong a playoff driver, Jordan Routon in the 17 truck a playoff driver, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 a playoff driver. Stephen Corley in the 99 is the only driver in this group that is not a playoff driver. Timmy Brown in the 8 truck, he is a playoff driver. Oh, Stephen Corley in the 99 having to really tiptoe a little bit here.
Next time it's a different flag. It'll be the checker.
And throwing it down to the M-Race reporter, Alex Tesdall. Alex, how many laps to go in stage 1?
We're on the last lap.
And you heard it from him. The leader's coming out of turn 4 and heading towards the start-finish line, and it's going to be Nick Francesco winning stage 1.
No points that stage, but plenty of racing left.
Jesse Carlson going to take 2nd. Looks like Armstrong is going to hold on to 3rd. Brett Baker 4th. We'll get the official top 5 from Alex Tesdall.
top 5 is Napa Fan, NASCAR Roof, Shy Cubs, Armstrong, and Brett.
How about that? Shy Cubs. So Bradley Gilliland is sneaking in there to get the third place spot in stage 1, and he's another driver in the playoffs looking for a good result here tonight, and he needs it in order to advance his way through these rounds. As everyone knows, some of these drivers, they came needing to get as many points as they possibly can. Some of these drivers have a lot of playoff points beginning these playoffs, so they're able to just go out there and be smooth, be consistent, get a couple of top 10s in advance with no serious issue or serious stress. It's a whole bunch of different agendas, and now they're back into the restart zone. Stage 2 is underway here at Gateway.
Still there. All clear. No pressure from behind.
These restarts, that's when everyone's got a big opportunity to gain some track position. And no change for track position up near the front. Right now it's Don Francesco leading the way with Jesse Carlson, Brett Baker, Jordan Routon, Jason Armstrong completing the top 5, and it's a drag race behind them.
All right, clear low. Got a car coming inside now.
Up the hill went Armstrong. He's going to lose a couple of positions there. Stephen Corley in the 99 capitalizes. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 trying to do the same. It's a drag race up front between the 24 and the 88 still. They've clearly been the class of the field so far in this race, but then again, some of these drivers have been mired in traffic and having to battle their way side by side to try to get through the traffic and get the track position they need. So we might see a couple more fast trucks at the front battling with these two for the end of this one. Very high line taken there through 1 and 2 for Nick Don Francesco, and it was definitely a driver error. I was wondering if he had maybe found some grip up there or not, but he loses the race lead. Jesse Carlson and Brett Baker in the 2 is going to take over second. Stephen Corley, non-playoff driver, works his way up into 4th. And don't look now, folks, but Beam SKP, the full-time driver out of France, playoff driver as well, he's all the way up into the 5th position, started at the tail of the field in this 18-truck race. Four different race teams represented in the top 5 right now, and then the pole sitter there, the newcomer, Jackson Stotts, running in the black and red. Silverado there running in the 6th position. 7th belongs to Jason Armstrong, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Jordan Routon, and Timmy Brown. The rest of the top 10. Timmy Brown just found the outside wall on the front straightaway. He's dropped outside of the top 10 because of that. Josh Colombias moves into 10th. They're all chasing Jesse Carlson from Steel Horse Motorsports. 3 wins for him this season. 3 wins as well for him in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series in those X50 cars on Motormaster Mondays. Right now he's being chased by Brett Baker, the 2021 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series Daytona 500 winner. 30 drivers entered that event. Points leader Nick Don Francesco scored in 3rd. 7 wins for him this season. The black and orange Silverado, keep an eye on him. Always a threat to win these races each and every single Tuesday. And Stephen Corley in the 99, he's got a win this season way back at Homestead, very early in the season. Looking for number 2, and he's running in 4th in that Ford F-150. His teammate out front right now.
Clear all around. 1 back. Look outside.
Also keeping our eye on the pole sitter, Jackson Stotts in number 20, newcomer making his debut here in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, qualified on the pole and had an error there in stage 1, had to restart and dead last here for the beginning of stage 2. He's worked his way all the way up and back into the 5th position in the 20. He just recently got around the playoff driver of Beam SKP, and then it's Armstrong in the 15 closing in on both of those drivers.
Still there.
Robinson Jr. and Routon battling just behind them for 8th and 9th, and Josh Colombias rounding out the top 10. Timmy Brown was with them, found the wall a moment ago, and now that's where he is. Alex Tesdahl, Timmy Brown, they're good buddies off the track. And they're going at it side by side here, and I joke about that because they like to make jokes on each other. They rip on each other and insult each other downright sometimes. But it's all in fun, and the respect is there from each one of them, and they're having a good battle here for 11th and 12th. It's Bo the Racer in the 74 truck running in 13th, and it's Scorpion, another driver out of France, running in 14th. Two drivers from France in today's race, and there's the other one. Beam SKP, full-time driver in the playoffs, and then here's Scorpion driving the 52. Entered the season a little bit later and not a part of the playoffs. Simply here to log laps and get that valuable seat time and track experience. Learn more about these trucks and come back strong in 2022 and compete for a championship. He also races full-time with us on Grand Turismo Sport. They both do, both drivers from France. Side by side with Bo, and contact might have been made there. The 74 drifted up into the side of the 52. The 52 does a nice job holding on to it, and they're both going to continue on. Race leader Jesse Carlson still has a mirror full of Brett Baker in the 2. John Francesco in the 24. Stephen Corley in the 99. And Jackson Stotts in the 20. Throwing it down to the young race reporter Alex Tesdahl, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150, currently scored in 11th. Alex, how does the truck feel? And is there anything you can do to make it feel better? Gateway is one of those weird tracks where, for the most part, you got what you got.
The truck's a tad loose, and we're trying to make adjustments, but not much has helped, so try again at the end of the stage and see what we got in the final stage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's almost impossible to get a truck to be happy here without a custom setup. On these preset sliders, you're restricted to the adjustments that you can make during pit stops, and there's almost no way to get the truck completely happy and rotating around this racetrack at top speed, the speed that you'd be looking for. It's all about trying to get it as close as you possibly can, because a lot of these other drivers are maybe not going to get too much more speed out of it. Becomes a high-speed chess match. And a moment ago, Nick in the 24 had a little bit of a moment. He was scored in third, and he lost it to Stephen Corley in the 99. He's got a mirror full of the 20 truck, and that's the full sitter Jackson Stotts. It's a 5-truck breakaway battling for the lead here. The second group is being led by BMSKP in the 16. Started at the tail of the field, and just behind him is the battle here that we're watching between the 23, the 17, the 51, and the 15. 5 trucks on your screen. That's the battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. They're all just a little bit outside of the bubble where they would be awarded stage points at the end of stage 2. But if something were to happen to one of the drivers up there in the top 5 in that lead group, front truck in this group would be there to pounce to get that valuable stage point. Top 5 are awarded the stage points, and we're definitely in the second half of stage 2. And we're going to take a moment to throw it down to Alex Tesdahl once again. Alex, how many laps do we have remaining here in stage 2? 18. And what are the tires looking like? Are we looking for pit stops here in stage 2 if we stay green?
If it stays green, I think we'll have to stop, but I feel may try to stretch it.
Interesting, and especially during the playoffs, folks, you always have one of those drivers that is not going to maybe go up there and win the race based on speed, that's going to gamble and look for that pit strategy to maybe steal a win here and punch their ticket and lock themselves into the round of 8. So that's what makes these playoff races so interesting. It's already exciting racing all season long, but once the playoffs begin, you see a lot more gambling, you see a lot more strategy.
and you see a lot more bold moves, especially during the final stage. So stick around for the main event here. It's the Shield 200 at Gateway. Very first playoff race, the round of 12 playoff race for the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. Fourth season for the NOSSCAR truck, started back on 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2, and the great thing about this year here for 2021, we're guaranteed a first-time NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion. The series often used as a stepping stone for drivers looking to get their way into the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, so it's rare to see the same drivers stay for more than one season unless they absolutely love running in these trucks, which most of them do, so that's why you always hear the same names, but we don't often see the same drivers stay and win multiple championships. We're guaranteed a first-time NOSSCAR truck champ this year, and it's because we have no defending champs running full-time. So very well could be Jesse Carlson, it very well could be Nick Francesco, could be Brett Baker, could be Josh Diaz, could be Beam SKP from France, it could be Jason Armstrong, it could be Alex Tesdall. Either way, we're going to have a new champion. Steel Horse Motorsports teammates, those Fords looking strong, the 88 and the 99, 1-2 right now. They're beginning to open up a little bit of a distance over the rest of the field, and looking racy here. Jesse Carlson in the 88, more known for his road course success, but he's found a couple of wins on ovals as well in his NOSSCAR career. He has NOSSCAR wins on NASCAR 15, on Gran Turismo Sport, and here on NASCAR Heat 5, as well as Heat 4 when we were still running over there. He's got a NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series win, a Motomaster win, a Cup win, a Truck win. He's won almost everywhere that he's went here in NOSSCAR. It starts off with a learning process and eventually starts challenging for the top 5 finishes and eventually parlays that into challenging for the wins. And here he is, the road course expert, the road course ringer, getting it done on the ovals and leading some laps here in stage 2. He's got a teammate right behind him. And pit stops beginning. Couple of trucks on pit road. Maynard Swaley in the 22, Alex Tesdall in the 98, and everybody's still for the lead pack staying on the racetrack here this time by.
Hey, get back in there. Let's go.
And the second group of trucks that we were watching battle for the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th positions have really split themselves up here. Brett Baker is actually coming to pit road now, but before that, this group was really spread out. They were no longer running nose to tailgate here. Josh Diaz in the 23 had worked his way around Beam SKP in the 16, and somehow Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 dropped to the tail of that second group of trucks. But like I've been touching on here, we have green flag pit stops going in stage 2, and this is huge, folks, because some of these drivers might be looking to stretch the tires and the fuel to the full length of the stage 2 distance. And the other thing, folks, if a caution comes out and you've already made your pit stop, you're definitely stuck 1 lap down. Maybe 2 if you were close to going 1 down already. And now Jeffrey Robinson Jr. from Rockstar Racing is on pit road as well. Scheduled pit stop with playoff driver, and he's made the playoffs for the Motomaster Series on Mondays and the playoffs here for the Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays. Only a handful of drivers were able to do that. Now he comes to a stop in his pit stall. And the battle for the lead is on. Jesse Carlson in the 88 is letting his teammate in the 99, Stephen Corley, to the outside. He gave him plenty of room to make the move if he felt the need, and he felt the need. They're going down the back straightaway now, 2 by 2, but the draft advantage is going to go to that outside line, and Stephen Corley comes down to the bottom heading into turn 3 to take the race lead and clear his teammate in the 88 truck of Jesse Carlson. Nick Francesco in the 24 is going to go with him, and now he pulls to the inside. He's got second place from Jesse Carlson, and now he wants the lead from the 99. 4 trucks battling for the lead here, and it doesn't appear that any of them are saving their tires. A lot of them just pulled all the way to the inside on the back straightaway, and that they might be signaling that they're going to pit road, and they are. Stephen Corley went a little bit too fast down the pit road entrance road. Nick Don Francesco is going to get around them as they head into pit road. The 20 truck bashed the tailgate of the 24. I'm hoping no pit road speeding penalties are given to the 24 for that, because it definitely wouldn't have been his fault. Wow, so much to cover there, and I need a breath. Throwing it down to the in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl for 2 reasons. 1, I need a breath, and 2, who's the race leader?
The race leader is currently the 88 truck, and the 17 is in the wall in turn 5.
Oh, you're right. Just saw it. Jordan Redden for No Shift Motorsports in the 17. That Ford F-150, he did find the outside wall in turn 2. Going to soldier on and keep going. Gives Alex Tesdahl the position. And Jesse Carlson is on pit road. Surrenders the race lead. Let me know when the lead changes.
Okay. 16 truck is currently leading. I don't know if he's trying to stretch it or not.
How many laps remaining?
6 to go for the leaders. And Duke King's running second.
How about that, folks? Beam in the 16 truck is the race leader, the full-time driver from France. 5 laps to go now for him in stage 2. The question is, can he make it on the tires? And if he can, it will be his 3rd stage win of the season, and he would take that playoff point to the next round with him. It would add on to his total, but now you see he's actually going way to the inside on the back straightaway, and he's going to take the pit road entrance road to the pits and surrender the race lead. This is going to give the race lead, I believe, to Timmy Brown in the 8 truck, and he is a playoff driver.
And he's staying out.
And he is.
Right, maybe not.
Oh, no, he's not. He's actually going to go through the grass quickly. Maybe he might have even blown a tire right then and there. And decided quickly to go down pit road. Here he comes, and he's going to give up the race lead. There was a couple drivers there, a couple playoff drivers that enter kind of more as an underdog story, such as Timmy Brown, such as Bean SKP. They stayed out a little bit there and teased us, made us think they might have enough tires to get to the end of the stage, but both of them needed to come to pit road for a scheduled pit stop in stage 2. So this should give the lead back to the 88 truck, but we'll throw it down to Alex Tesdahl to find out.
74 is out front right now.
Oh my goodness. And Bo trying desperately to hang on to the race lead with the tires and the fuel that he has. The 88 and the 17 are both right behind him. There's a whole pack of trucks coming behind him that are on fresher tires. Might even be the battle for the lead here.
All clear.
Oh, up the hill went to 74. Is the 88 the new leader?
That's all you're clear.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and Bo lost control, and he takes the 24 truck out, and Nick Don Francesco, heavy damage, and back up the racetrack comes Bo.
Nice job.
And he's going to cause it.
On the stage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it was going to cause a caution. He came back up the racetrack, and another truck had nowhere to go. He made contact as well. We'll throw it down to Alex Tesdahl to get the top 5 from stage 2.
NASCAR Roof, Diesel, Jacobs, Lil Baba, and Bo the Racer.
A couple of non-playoff drivers getting some playoff points here, some stage points rather, here in stage number 2 rather. And Jesse Carlson for Steel Horse Motorsports picking up the stage win, and that playoff point will follow with him and add on to his total and go with him through the rounds if he is to advance to the round of 8 and to the championship 4. Folks, we're lined up double file. 18 trucks started this race. We have 15 trucks left on the racetrack. And they're lined up double file coming to the restart zone for the final stage. They've been shown the green flag, and we're racing again here at Gateway.
Still there. Got one up top. All the way to the wall. Stay left. Keep moving. Clear behind. Outside, by himself. Left side. Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
Brett Baker hanging strong on the outside, trying to take the race lead from Stephen Corley. Brett in the 2 is a playoff driver. Stephen in the 99 leading the race, not a playoff driver. His teammate Jesse in the 88 truck is a playoff driver, and he just worked his way into 3rd. Scott Josh Cole Diaz in the blue and white Silverado, the 23, he's running in 4th. The 20 truck of Jackson Stotts, the pole sitter in the red truck, making his Truck Series debut, runs in 5th, making a move now on the inside of the 23 for the 4th position, and maybe having Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 go with him. Never mind, BMSKP in the 16 made a move on him, and that's all happening inside the top 10. Points leader McDonald Francesco in the 24, trying to work his way back to the front. He was robbed of stage points there in stage 2, and he's looking to rebound here in the final stage. And after they cross the line this time by, we'll get an update from Alex for how many laps to go in the final stage.
86 laps left.
And if we stay green for the entire length of the final stage, which is a little unlikely, especially for some good old-fashioned Tuesday night show track racing, these drivers are going to need to make a number of green flag pit stops, and it might come down to which driver can maintain a good level of speed and good lap times while not having to pit so many times. If these drivers can stretch their fuel and tires 3 or 4 laps extra each run, that adds up a lot over the course of 2 to 3 pit stops. So we'll see how it all unfolds here in the final stage. Many of these drivers looking to punch their ticket into the round of 8. Some of them require a win. Some of them are looking pretty comfortable when it comes to their playoff point total coming into tonight's very first playoff race of 2021. Keeping our eye on the battle for the lead. Every now and then, Brett Baker, the Daytona 500 winner, he takes a lift to the inside. Doesn't quite have enough grip to pull alongside the 99 of Stephen Corley, but he's definitely got enough speed to stay right there with him. If Stephen makes one little mistake, Brett Baker's there to pounce. Both of these drivers have a win this season. Stephen in the 99 has a win here in Trucks in 2021. Brett Baker has a win in Motormaster in 2021 on Mondays for those Xfinity cars. Open found victory lane. Brett Baker in the 2, also a former NOSSCAR champion, back on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. Former NOSSCAR Thunder Cup Series champion there, running the 20% distance races with custom setups turned on, and it was one heck of a final season there.
You're all clear on the bottom.
Folks, we have a lot of laps to go. Well, playoff drivers, anything can happen here in the Shield 200 at Gateway. We are going to give you a break from commentary. We're going to leave you with the in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. He'll give you little bits and pieces of information from time to time, and you'll be able to ride on board with him in that number 98 Ford F-150 for a couple of laps here. And we will bring you back the full commentary shortly. You're watching the Shield 200 at Gateway. This is the first ever segment of Ride Along with Alex Tesdall.
inside. Clear behind. By itself. Stay right, please. Stay right, please. Nobody out back.
And bringing you back to full commentary here for the very first playoff race in the round of 12 for the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. And while we were taking a break from commentary, you saw it, folks. The 20 truck, the newcomer, Jackson Stotts, he was able to drive around to the 99 of Stephen Corley. So he takes over the race lead. We have about 60 laps to go. We'll get an official update from Alex Tesdall here shortly. And the top five are Jackson Stotts, Stephen Corley, Brett Baker, Josh Colm-Diaz, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr.
And 73 laps to go, and also while you were away, 17 wrecked, and Jesse Carlson had a moment and lost a lot of ground.
And a heartbreaker there for two different playoff drivers, Jordan Routon in the 17, Jesse Carlson in the 88. Jesse's got a whole bunch of front-end damage to that truck. He's still on the lead lap, and he's still in the top 10, I believe. He's actually right in front of our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall. Alex, what position is he in?
He is in 8th right now.
All right, so both of you are running inside the top 10. Both have a little bit of front-end damage, but overall a good points race for both of you so far. And it's a heartbreaker, though, for Jesse after leading so many laps in this race.
All clear.
A couple of trucks out of the race, including Tanner Swaley, Robert Lohman Sr. in the 21, and I believe we have the 38 off the track as well.
Stay right, please. Nobody out back.
A couple of trucks out and done for the day, but they're all chasing the pole sitter, Jackson Stotts in the 20. In fact, it's two non-playoff drivers running in first and second, and the playoff drivers that are closest to the front, they're having a good battle here. The third, fourth, and fifth, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 just took the fourth position from Josh Colm-Diaz. There's Josh in the 23. Jeffrey in the 51, just in front of him. Jeffrey, a former NASCAR champion on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. And he's looking for his very first NOSSCAR win on a NASCAR heat game. He's got NOSSCAR wins on NASCAR 15 and Supercross, and he's looking to cement his legacy a little bit here in NOSSCR and start adding his name to the winners list in the series that we host on NASCAR Heat 5. And he's had a couple of opportunities where he's narrowly missed victory lane. And here he is having a great run at Gateway, and it's a great time to have a great run. The playoffs have begun. They're not letting up on each other at all. It's final stage time in a playoff race. You can tell, folks, because Josh in the 23 just made a huge move to the 51 there, and immediately he dove down to try to get underneath the 2 truck. And Jeffrey, just like that, goes back to the 5th position. The good news for all of them is that they have quite a gap between themselves and the drivers running 6th on back. In fact, if we stay green for the entire length of the final stage, not only are we going to see a number of green flag pit stops, but we might see some strategy as well. And it might even come down to these 5 drivers, especially if they keep gapping the field like this. But then again, very possible that drivers like Jason Armstrong, maybe even Scorpion in the 52 truck there, they might be lifting to save their stuff and try to go a little bit of an extra distance on these tires and the fuel tanks.
If we stay green, I think it'll be a 2-stop race to the end.
All right, valuable information there from Alex in the 98. We're looking at 2 stops, maybe 3. It depends on the tire wear that these trucks are getting, and it's going to be interesting to see how far some of these drivers go before they come to pit road. Some drivers might choose to short pit and try to get some track position with the fresh tires being on the truck sooner. But then again, if you short pit here and a caution comes out, you're stuck a lap down. You might even go 2 laps down if you're already near the tail of the field, and having the leader coming close to your tailgate put you 1 down. You might go 2 down in that sense. So it's a gamble if you go to pit road early, especially when the caution flags are on. Good news for these drivers is the field is quite spread, and we've been caution-free for quite some time now, so they might be safe to pull some short pitting strategy. And here we see Brett Baker in the 2 truck. He's on pit road and getting service. So it's all beginning here. Green flag cycles of pit stops. They're still all chasing the 20 of Jackson Stotts, and we're watching the battle here for 3rd and 4th between the 23 and the 51. Brett Baker was with them a moment ago, but again, he's made his way to pit road for his first stop under green flag conditions in the final stage. The top 2 drivers just in front of them signaled on the back straightaway. I believe that they were going to go to pit road this time by. Jackson Stotts in the 20 goes through the grass to do so, and Stephen Corley is going to take over the race lead. Bit of an unorthodox way to enter pit road there for the 20. And the 99 keeps getting a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. These drivers will experience the trucks getting looser and looser as the tires wear and as they heat up over the run. And that's why it becomes a little bit critical for these drivers to tighten their trucks a little bit so they can withstand that kind of tire wear. Wow, look at the time that the 23 Josh Colby has gained there on the 99 of Stephen Corley by using the pit road entrance road. He was able to close in all the way on the back bumper, the tailgate of the 99. NOSSCAR officials encouraged the drivers to use that road, but if they did cut through the grass, then they needed to do it safely. And so far, no penalties have been given out, and we're seeing a successful and clean cycle of green flag pit stops here.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
And when it all cycles through, I believe that it's going to be the 20 of Jackson in the 20. There you see him. He's working his way through turns 1 and 2 now. I think he's going to retake the race lead when all of this is done. He just pulled out in front of the 99, Stephen Corley. Josh Colombiez in the 23 is now scored in the 3rd position. At least when this all cycles through, that's what positions they will be in. But keep in mind, Stephen in the 99, Josh in the 23, Brett in the 2, they stayed out an extra lap or 2 over the 20, and they'll have slightly fresher tires than him and might be able to use that to their advantage and run him down over the course of this next run before the next cycle of pit stops. Jordan Routon on pit road, Alex Tesdall on pit road, Timmy Brown in the 8 truck on pit road. Some of these drivers here that are making these pit stops are really hoping that this race goes green the entire distance. It might benefit them, the fact that they're able to go so far on their tires. And riding on board again with our pole sitter, Jackson Stotts in the 20, turned a lot of heads when he won the pole for tonight's race at Gateway. Very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series start. He made his debut in the Motormaster Series last night on Motormaster Monday. It was at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He drove inside the top 10 on 2 different occasions in that number 6 Chevy Camaro. Just couldn't keep it there. A couple of late race wrecks and a wild final 27 laps to the finish in the final stage caused a couple of drivers to have to pit to get tires late in the race, and some drivers were able to stay out and make it the entire way. And that caused Jackson to not finish inside the top 10. But here he is, leading a lot of laps
still
here.
on track, leading Bill there.
And he's got a good shot to win, and I apologize here. Who do we have as the race leader?
38 currently, but he has yet to pit.
See, on my screen, I'm having some sort of technical error, because on my screen, Bradley in the 38 is actually parked motionless on pit road, but if he's still out there on track, then yeah, apparently we have Bradley in the 38 leading laps here, but I'm having a technical error. He's not on my screen driving around this racetrack. He's parked on pit road, so I apologize to the fans at home, and I've never seen that before. But I knew that something like that was going on with the 38 because he got stage points in stage 1 and 2, but he was parked on pit road on my screen, so I was a little confused by that. But evidently, Bradley Gilliland in the 38 is our race leader.
Just made a stop now.
All right, so he's coming to pit road. This is going to give the lead back to Jackson Stotts in the 20 truck at any moment here. He's working his way out of turn 2. And going down the back straightaway, so I'm assuming this time by, when he comes by pit road, he'll take over that top spot. We'll get confirmation from Alex Tesdall when the lead changes hands. You're watching the very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series playoff race of the 2021 season, right here on NASCAR Heat 5. Hit the like and subscribe button on the NOSSCAR Series Racing YouTube channel, and feel free to surf back in time and check out all of our races from Gran Turismo Sport, NASCAR 15, the Heat games, Heat 3, Heat 4, Heat 5, you name it. We got a lot of content there and a lot of very exciting sim racing. And that's what I thought was going to happen here. It's very tough without a leaderboard to follow along and know exactly where everybody is running. But that's what it looked like from up here in the broadcast booth. The 20 truck looked to be in front of everybody that he was battling for the lead with once the cycle of pit stops concluded. The only difference now is that we have a new driver running in second, and that is Josh Colombiez in the 23. This is one of his very best tracks. He's always very excited to come here and race. Knows that it's a great opportunity for him to come in and get a win. He's found victory lane 3 times here in the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, and looking to add a 4th. Not only would this be a huge win for his career, but it would also lock himself into the round of 8, which begins next week. And we should let the viewers know, and I'm very sad about this, my good friend here, Beam SKP, the full-time driver out of France, the number 16 Toyota Tundra for Rockstar Racing, is parked motionless on pit road, and it appears that he is out of the race. And done for the day here at Gateway. He will be back with a vengeance at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park later tonight. That broadcast will also be brought to you live here on the NOSSCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Good battle here for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. Armstrong in the 15, Jordan Roughton in the 17, and Brett Baker in the 2. They're battling hard for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. about 7 or 8 truck lengths behind this battle in the 6th position in that 51 truck. Jordan's going to take the 3rd position away from Armstrong. Armstrong drops back into 4th, Brett Baker in the 2. Looking to pounce as well and try to take over P4. And keep in mind, Brett Baker in the 2, he hit a couple of laps after Armstrong in the 15 did. In fact, I believe that Jordan Roughton in the 17 hit on the same lap Brett Baker did, so they're kind of capitalizing on having slightly fresher tires than Armstrong in that 15. Whoa, Brett Baker gets really loose going into the turn there. Daytona 500 winner holds on to it, and he's going to soldier out of turn 1 and 2 with no damage. Might have just worn his tires out a little bit, probably got some grass and some dirt on them. He's going to need to clean them off over the next couple of laps here, and for some reason, a little bit unexpected, but Josh Colm-Diaz is now on pit road, and he's actually parked there motionless. He might be done for the race. Oh, and that is a heartbreaker. I really hope not. I believe he is parked there motionless, though, and it appears that Josh Colm-Diaz in the 23, one of our playoff drivers, 3 wins this season. He was all the way up in 2nd, and he has suffered an engine failure, I believe, and it looks like he is done for the day here at Gateway. And the same thing is happening here to the 20. The 20 truck, Jackson Stotts, is now parked on pit road. Something is going on here. Oh, and this is a terrible time for these drivers to have some connection issues, because this is playoff time, and these drivers were out there leading this race, some of them. Like, we have a new leader, and I believe that it's Jordan Roughton in the 17.
It's the 2 truck.
It's the 2? Okay, so it's Brett Baker in the 2 truck that is now out front. He's looking for his first ever NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win, but this is a wild late race development here at Gateway. Some of these drivers having connection issues, and it's going to really change the complexion of the playoff picture. Brett Baker's got the lead. Armstrong is in 2nd. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is in 3rd. And the wild thing is, those 3 drivers are all looking for their very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. They're all in position to do it. Jeffrey in the 51 just took over 2nd from Stephen Corley, and he's going to soldier on and try to see if he can run down this 2 truck before the end of this race. We'll throw it down to our race reporter, Alex Tesdall. Alex, how many laps do we have remaining here at Gateway?
With 58 to go.
All right then.
48.
We're going to ride. How long? How many?
48. That was my bad.
Hey, no worries. 48 laps to go in the Shield 200 here at Gateway. Very first playoff race for the round of 12 in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series 2021 season. 4th annual truck season. We do them by the calendar year here, folks, at NOSSCAR. We're going to step aside for a moment and give you a break from full commentary, and we will stay riding on board with your race leader. He's also the 2021 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series Daytona 500 winner and former NOSSCAR Thunder Cup Series champion on NASCAR 15. Brett Baker looks for his first ever NOSSCAR Truck Series win here tonight, leading laps at Gateway, and this win would lock him in to the round of 8 here in the playoffs. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll come back and bring you full commentary for the remainder of this race. 46 laps to go. And we'll leave you with our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall.
stops are beginning. Truck is now your leader.
Going to blow a tire soon. Those tires down, driver.
And 51 truck takes over the lead.
Slow down.
And bringing you back to live full commentary here, folks, all the way to the end for the Shield 200 at Gateway, the very first playoff race for the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. And they're all chasing the 2021 NOSSCAR Daytona 500 winner from the 2021 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season, and that is Brett Baker. He's looking for his very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win here at Gateway. And we're getting down into the final laps. We're throwing it down to BM race reporter Alex Tesdall to find out how many laps to go and when can we expect these lead lap trucks to be on pit road next.
Well, we're actually in the middle of green flag pit stops right now, and there's 36 to go. 35 for the leader, actually.
All right then, and he's coming out of 4 now, so 34 laps to go for Brett Baker, and I believe that he's yet to be on pit road for his next scheduled pit stop. There we saw Jordan Broughton in the 17 leaving his pit stall. Stephen Corley has also been to pit road in the 99 for Steel Horse Motorsports. I'm getting word, and we're watching Brett Baker log laps here, and we're going to see when he decides to peel down pit road. We can tell you that Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 Toyota Tundra for Rockstar Racing is running in second, and I believe that he is yet to be to pit road for his next pit stop as well.
The 88's actually the leader right now. He hasn't stopped yet. The guys you're looking at, I'm pretty sure I've already did it.
Oh, okay, see, it's already switching on me.
Yeah.
So they're following Jesse in the 88 for Steel Horse Motorsports. Armstrong just in front of him. And some of these drivers have already made their way down pit road. The running order very scrambled right now. Jesse's trying to stretch the tires and the fuel as long as he can in this Ford F-150 before he brings it down pit road for scheduled service. The field is pretty spread around this short track, and it looks like we might even stay green all the way to the finish. We have not seen any cautions in this final stage. We've only seen a caution for an on-track incident 3 times in this race. 2 in the first stage, 1 in the second stage.
If Jesse can make it 2 or 3 more laps, he might get to the end.
And it might be what he has in mind, and he's hoping that this race stays green all the way to the finish if that's the case, because right now he's losing very valuable track time to the rest of the drivers on the lead lap that have already come to pit road and got fresh tires. So he's really hoping this stays green, so it all comes back to help him. He's coming to pit road this time by, so it's going to be very, very close for Jesse coming to the end of this race. He gets that truck loaded up as he enters pit road, and he's going to surrender the race lead eventually, and we'll get the official word from Alex Tesdahl when the lead changes hands. Brett Baker coming down the front straightaway right now. He might take the lead this time by, but it could be next time by.
The 2 takes over the lead.
All right, so it was this time by. So at the end of the cycle here of pit stops for Jesse in that 88 truck, he might even be 1 lap down to the number 2 of Brett Baker, but like I said, he might be able to make it to the end without stopping again from here. And if he can, it might be good enough for him to be in front of that 2 truck and claim the win. Both drivers are playoff drivers, and both of them looking to get a win to lock themselves into the round of 8. Brett Baker entered the playoffs with only 3 playoff points for the Truck Series, so a win here would be huge for him. Whereas Jesse Carlson in that 88 truck, he's got 3 wins this season. He's got plenty of playoff points. Oh, the 24 of Nick Don Francesco was spun on the back straightaway near the entrance to turn 3. He's getting it back going again. This is all right in front of our race leader, Brett Baker, now as Brett comes up and puts him 1 lap down. I didn't see what happened there to the points leader.
Lost it in the mirror. He was right behind me.
And he was by himself?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What has been the biggest challenges for the drivers out there in this race? It's easier for me to watch from up here in the broadcast booth, but I haven't been in a NOSSCAR Truck Series race at Gateway since the 2019 season. What has been the biggest challenge today?
Managing the tire wear has been tricky all night.
Tough break there for Nick Don Francesco. We have a number of playoff drivers out of the race and off the racetrack. Some drivers still on the racetrack with a shot to win this thing. And a win would be huge for some of these drivers. They would advance their way into the round of 8 with a win. We've also seen some flurries from some non-playoff drivers working their way to the front and leading laps, such as the newcomer, the pole sitter Jackson Stotts in the 20. Stephen Corley in the 99 as well was up there leading laps at one point in this race. And right now they're all chasing Brett Baker. Jason Armstrong scored in the 2nd position in that white number 15 Ford F-150. Jordan Roughton goes to the inside though, and he's going to take the 2nd position away. Stephen Corley trying to go with them. Now they are side by side, and this is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Ooh, a little bit of contact made there. You can see the front end damage to the 17 of Jordan Roughton versus the clean front end there, the nose of the 99, and it might be a bit of a difference there in terms of aero speed down these front straightaways, but luckily enough for the 17 of Jordan, this is not a very high-speed racetrack where aero damage is a huge factor, and he's up there still mixing it up in the top 5, and with a shot to win this race still. 24 is in this group.
38 has lost connection.
Oh, and that is a heartbreaker. Bradley Gilliland out of the race in the 38 truck, and he was one of the playoff drivers, and we have a truck stopped over on the back straightaway. Looks like it's Scorpion in the 52, and he's actually going to pull off the racetrack, and he is now done for the day. He spun over there coming out of turn 2, and just electing to pull off the racetrack and park it for the night at Gateway, but we still have the main event coming up afterwards at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Nobody is going to want to miss that one, folks. How about Jeffrey?
38, he was in third when it happened.
Oh, and he's a driver that needed a good performance here at Gateway to start the playoffs. He came in with only a couple of playoff points, one of the underdogs to make it to the round of 8. So a tough break there for Bradley Gilliland in that 38 machine. How about Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 51 for Rockstar Racing? He's had a great race. He's been up there leading laps at a couple of different points, and he's right now scored on the lead lap and running in the 5th position. He's closing in on Armstrong in the 15, but it's because I think that Armstrong is on a whole different type of strategy here. And that's the crazy thing about these final stages for these 100% distance truck races. It's so many laps. These drivers have such a huge window to play around with their fuel and tire consumption if they feel that it's going to go green the entire distance, and in the end it might come back to help them. Even if they can't make it the entire distance on one fewer pit stop, it might be enough for some of these drivers to stay out maybe 7, 8, 10 laps, and if they stay out long enough and a caution comes out, everyone else has made a pit stop, some drivers might be stuck a lap down. So there are advantages to being able to make the tires last a lot longer than others. Brett Baker's got the lead, but I can tell you that Stephen Corley in the 99 is closing in. He's the driver scored in 2nd, and he's got Jordan Roughton right behind him in 3rd. Armstrong is still in 4th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is now all over Armstrong to battle for that 4th position. Brett in the lead here. He's got no wins this season. He needs one. Punches ticket into the round of 8. Stephen Corley in the 99 in 2nd. Non-playoff driver, just here to win races. He's got one earlier this season at Homestead. Jordan Roughton in the 17 runs in 3rd. So many times he's come close to winning one of these truck races, and here he is running in 3rd at Gateway. He did not enter this race with very high hopes of winning this race, but he's done a terrific job. He's been up there mixing it up with these drivers all race long inside the top 5.
The 17 is actually in 6th. He's fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Oh my goodness, and we only have 5 trucks on the lead lap at this point in the race. And that's what these long green flag runs can do to you. Wear and tear on these drivers and on the equipment here as well. And the more that these strategies open up, some drivers can really lose track time before they know it. Brett Baker coming to pit road. Stephen Corley going to do the same. And if they can't make it to the end, it might, I don't know, it might be the right call. The pit window, the fuel window is open from here. They can make it to the end if they pit now, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so they might just be accepting that they need to pit again. They might just throw 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles on it and run it to the finish and see what happens. They pit out of 1st and 2nd. Pitting on the same lap as well. Very smart move by Stephen Corley in the 99. If you think you're as quick as Brett, then you might as well not heat yourself. You might as well pit at the same time he does, at the same amount of fresh rubber on the tire, on the trucks. Try to go out race them. This should hand the lead over to, I believe, the 51 of Jeffrey Robinson Jr., but we'll double check with Alex Tesdall.
That is correct. The 51 is out front.
All right, then. And what a race it's been for him. I'll tell you, he was so upset after last night's NOSSCAR Motormaster Series playoff races, and rightfully so. Had a very good chance of winning at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Got caught up in a wreck when the 20 car had a bit of a lag spike right in front of him, and he finished outside the top 10, and now he's in a must-win situation for the playoffs for the Xfinity cars, the Motormaster Series, on Mondays going into the Charlotte Roval.
And the 51's in the pits.
And now here he comes on pit road. I was watching him there, and it's been a great race for him. He can definitely make it here, but from here to the finish, so he's going to put 4 tires on it, run it out, and if it all holds station, Jeffrey is in position to finish in the top 4. So overall, a good race for him here tonight for Tailgate Tuesday.
That means I get to lead a few laps.
How about it? In-race reporter Alex Tesdall, he's been running in the top 10 all race long. We haven't spoken too much about you, and despite you being the in-race reporter, and despite you being front row for some of these wild, chaotic moments, mostly on the restarts. But yeah, Alex is leading the way here for the Shield 200 at Gateway for Steel Horse Motorsports. He's got 2 wins this season for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series on Mondays in those Xfinity cars. No wins here this season in the trucks, and folks, if he were to find victory lane in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, he would become the 10th different Triple Crown winner in NOSSCAR, holding a win in the Platinum Cup Series, Motormaster Series, and Tailgate Truck Series. So only a matter of time until he does. So many strong runs for him here in 2021. One of these races he's going to park in a victory lane. Here he is leading laps, a little bit of a beat-up front end of that Ford F-150 right now, at least on my screen. But logging solid lap times here.
Still driving good.
It looks like it.
And if my teammate Jesse, if his strategy works, he's currently sitting in second.
The Steel Horse Motorsports definitely brought their A game here at Gateway. Stephen Corley, the 99, led laps, and he's been strong all race long. As you just mentioned, Jesse Carlson has led laps, and he's been strong all race long, and he might have the race-winning strategy if he can make it to the end without pitting again, and he very well might. He's close. And of course, Alex Tesdall running inside the top 8 for most of this race, and now he's led a couple of laps, gives up the race lead, comes to pit road, and we'll get an update from him in just a moment here on who the new race leader is.
That gives the race lead to Jesse Carlson.
Keeping it in the Steel Horse Motorsports family. Jesse Carlson going into turn 3 right now. He's got the race lead, and a similar looking truck to the 98. Both have a little bit of front end damage, but both have some good speed going here. And the question becomes, can Jesse Carlson make it to the finish without hitting again?
Let's go.
He'll be going for it, but it will be close.
If he can get the win, it would be his 4th win of the season, and it would be his 2nd win of the season on an oval. He's trying to get a little bit better on these ovals and try to get known more for his overall racing abilities instead of just his road course racing abilities. And tonight he's proving just that. Even without this strategy, he was a top 5 truck, top 3 truck all race long. Led a lot of laps and leading more here, and we're in the closing laps of the Shield 200 at Gateway. How many laps to go, Alex?
Coming to 12 to go, I believe. Confirm it, it's sec.
And Armstrong in the 15 to pit road.
11 to go.
All right, 11 laps to go for your race leader, Jesse Carlson, and it was actually Timmy Brown, the 8 truck, coming to pit road, so another playoff driver was possibly trying to push it to make it all the way to the end of this race, but he's going to come up a little bit short, or maybe realized he was going to be short and electing to come to pit road for right side tires now rather than later. Might as well use them up and get a little bit of speed out of them instead of coming down with a couple laps remaining. Coming around out of 4 now for Jesse. He's got 10 laps to go. Can he hold on? Can he do it? Will the right side tires make it? The left sides are going to make it. It's a question about the fuel and the right side tires. And coming across the start-finish line, 9 laps remaining for Jesse Carlson. I should let the viewers know, Brett Baker in the 2 is closing in. He's got fresh tires, and he's running in second. He's about a full corner away from your race leader in the 88 truck, and Jesse Carlson has got his work cut out for him. Brett's coming, and he's got fresh tires. We had a truck going through the grass. That most recent time by, coming out of turn 2, I believe that it was Stephen Corley in the 99, but it might have actually been Jordan Roughton in the 17. It was one of those trucks. Both of them were battling for position inside the top 5 not too long ago. See if we can find Brett Baker. Here he is. He's trying desperately to get to the tailgate of the 88 truck before the end of this race. He knows he's got the fresher tires. He knows he's quicker right now. He's about a full corner behind him. The gap is shrinking, but I don't believe that it's shrinking enough. I don't think it's closing fast enough for Brett to get there and challenge him. So the question becomes, will the tires and the fuel hold up for Jesse Carlson? Because if they don't, then Brett Baker's going to be all over his tailgate in a matter of a couple of laps. If he starts to sputter at all, his lead is gone.
Jesse's got my draft down the straights, and I'm on the fresher tires, so I'm sure that's helping him.
It might be. He's looking for every bit of speed that he can get, but also he might be trying to nurse that truck a little bit. He might not be trying to drive into these turns as hard as he possibly can, knowing that he's going to save those right side tires and maybe even save a little bit of fuel. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's been tuning in and watching. It's the very first NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series playoff race for the 2021 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. 18 drivers entered this race, 160-lap event in the trucks on Heat 5 in the preset sliders. And it's been an up-and-down race for a lot of these drivers. 12 playoff drivers entered, and some of them were looking to get a win to punch their ticket into the round of 8. Some of them, it might have even been the only way they would do that. And we've seen a number of different leaders in this race, including non-playoff drivers such as Stephen Corley and Jackson Stotts. But right now, it's Jesse Carlson, 3 wins this season, playoff driver for Steel Horse Motorsports, leading the way, and he's out front. Brett Baker in the 2 is trying desperately to get to his tailgate and challenge him for the win. Jesse Carlson trying to make it to the end of the race without hitting another time. But if he has to come to pit road, or if that truck sputters at all, Brett Baker is right there. He's closing in, and he's going to be all over him and ready to pounce. We get an update from Alex Tesdall, the in-race reporter, driver of the 98, when he hits the line this time by.
It's going to be 3 to go for the leader.
3 to go when he hits the line, okay.
Yep.
Oh man, thanks a bunch. And 3 laps to go for the race leader, Jesse Carlson. The question is, will the fuel hold? Will the right sides hold? 3 laps to go. We'll keep our eye on him. Alex Tesdall, his teammate, Steel Horse Motorsports teammate, lets him go. Every now and then, let's see, Alex had the fresher tires there for a moment, but I think he slipped up a bit and just decided to let Jesse go. And now they're going into turn 3. Coming out of 4 now, it'll be 2 laps to go. Brett Baker is closing in. The white truck that you see popping into your picture for the viewers at home, he is the driver running in second, and he's also a playoff driver who's looking for his first ever NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. 2 to go as they head into 1. And the teammate giving him a helping hand, giving him one heck of a push down the back straightaway. And going into 3 now. Coming out of 4, the white flag is in the air, and that's exactly what Jesse wants to see. He's trying desperately to make it to the end on the fuel and the tires that he has, and he doesn't want to go any further, folks. One more time around, and we will see the checkered flags in the air. Brett Baker getting closer and closer, but he didn't close in fast enough. And unless the 88 truck sputters or blows a tire here in 3 and 4, Jesse's going to park the 88 Ford in victory lane for the 4th time this season. He goes way up the hill for the final
he's
time.
around!
He's around and he blows a tire. Jesse blows a tire in the final turn on the final lap. Brett Baker takes the lead. And Brett Baker wins the Shield 200 at Gateway. First ever NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series win. Wow. Wow.
Heartbreaker.
I can't believe it. That is a heartbreaker, but you can't blame him for going for it either. It nearly worked for him. It was nearly his 4th win of the season. A good strategy for him. The kid has a lot of heart, and he's got so much talent, especially on the road courses. Good job by Jesse Carlson going for it there. But congratulations to Brett Baker. He survives. He had the right strategy. If you remember, guys, he pitted on the same lap as Stephen Corley in the 99, who I believe finished in 2nd, and they both were able to make it to the end when the fuel window opened for them to make pit stops, take on tires. Get pictures of the results for us, Alex.
Got him.
Thanks, brother, and send them my way if you can, so I know who to invite for post-race interviews. Woohoo! Race interviews coming up. Shy Cubs finished.
Yeah.
I'm glad. All right, folks, let the party begin. Let the post-race interviews begin. We invite the booth with us. Driver, the number 51, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. finishes in 4th here in the very first 2021 truck playoff race. And coming at Gateway, that's a little bit of a surprise because you're a bit more known for your 1.5 mile success, your big oval success, but you brought your A game here for the short track. You led a lot of laps, and you ran inside the top 5 for most of this race. You finished in 4th, and it came down to a couple of different strategies there over the course of the final stage when it went for a long green flag run. Describe your race for us and tell us how you were able to park it in the top 5 at the end of the day.
Absolutely, it was, and it looked like it from up here in the broadcast booth. I know exactly what you mean. Some drivers take the corners a whole lot differently. Some drive it in deeper than others. Some drive it in lighter and then get back to the throttle sooner, so I know exactly what you mean. You had an amazing Motormaster Series regular season, especially for the first half of the regular season, but you had a bit of a rough start to the playoffs last night for Motormaster Monday. Does this amazing run for you to start the truck playoffs kind of make up for that and make you feel a little bit better about that? Congratulations on a great start to the 2021 Truck Series playoffs. And quickly throwing it over to Alex Tesdall, driver of the number 98 Ford F-150. Alex, it was an up-and-down day for you, but you ran inside the top 10 all race long. You ended up finishing in 6th. Pretty good points day for you. Was it the run you were hoping for at Gateway?
Honestly, a little better than I expected. My goal was to run top 10, and we did that, and ended up bringing it home just outside the top 5, so I'll take it. I really feel for the teammate, too. I was trying to push him down the straightaways there at the end to try to help him keep his gap on the 2, but I guess he blew a tire in the last corner, so I feel for him. But anyway, overall, great race.
Steel Horse Motorsports brought their A game. There was 3 really fast Steel Horse Motorsports trucks in this race. Stephen Corley got 2nd, Jesse Carlson got 3rd, you got 6th. Was there communication between you 3 at all before tonight's race? Have you been practicing together, or is this something you're all able to do on your own for the good of the team?
Don't really talk about it much, we just naturally try to help each other out if we can.
Fair enough. Congratulations on a pretty good start here for the playoffs for the trucks.
Thank you.
Moving forward, Jesse Carlson, driver of the number 88 Ford F-150, finishes in 3rd, and man, it looked like you had it. You had the lead, you were trying to stretch the fuel in the tires the entire run without having to pit again, but you also had Brett Baker in the 2 catching you and breathing down your neck at the end, so it was forcing you to not be able to save your tires and fuel as much as you probably wanted. Take us through those final laps, that final run, trying to manage the tires and also manage the gap that you had on Brett Baker.
Well, even though I was saving my tires on my last run, it still wanted to snap loose and everything. Well, not snap loose, but it still burned up 3% almost every lap when I started pushing. And there was one lap I pushed too hard and it cut down 4% of my tire, which would be 3% in the last 2 turns, and that was the scary part, because I probably could have spun and made it to the line, and Brett still would have won that same way, but I had fun and messed up. I hit the safer barrier in the last stage and was able to rebound and get top 3.
I was about to say, despite the gamble not going exactly the way that you were hoping and you getting the win, you still pulled off a top 3 finish, which gives you a playoff point. Overall, are you happy with the way that your truck playoffs started?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a funny way for it to start off by popping a tire on the last lap trying to win, but that's all good. I can't wait for Canadian Tire here soon, and I guess I'll see you all there.
Absolutely. You had heart out there. You went for it. You put it all on the line, and it almost worked out for you. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
Moving forward, Stephen Corley, the driver of the number 99 Ford F-150 for Steel Horse Motorsports, the other driver from Steel Horse Motorsports that had one heck of a run here at Gateway, led a lot of laps, ran top 5 all race long, had a great truck. It was working and gripping really well down on the inside. You were battling a lot there with Brett Baker, and it was you and Brett Baker that were on that strategy of short pitting when the fuel window opened and just riding it all the way to the end from there, kind of accepting that you needed to make that pit stop and seeing where you ended up. Was there any pressure on you in those last laps to get around Brett Baker, knowing that Jesse Carlson might have been a little close on his tires?
There was, as soon as we came out like a second and a half, but like the pit cycle before, like he Like he came in like 5 laps before us and put us like in like a gap on us by like 4 seconds. But we chopped it down to like 2. Then we exited out pit road with like a second and a half, and I made up a ton of ground when it was racing with a PC. But then he got by a PC. Then something happened to PC, hit the brakes for something, and turned dead left into me, put me down in the grass, and then that gave Brett their running away. But like we were still catching them at the end, but it was just a little too much that I lost.
It was a high-speed chess match there in the final stage. You were strong all race long. How do you think it would have fared if there was a restart and everyone was on the same level of tires? How good do you think your truck was here tonight? You did run the fastest race lap.
Yeah. And like I don't think it was good on the short run. It was like built for like a medium because it started getting loose like right at the end. So like I would say probably like a 10 to 15 lap run, like it would start coming in, the last 10 laps would be like really snapping loose. But I was hoping for a caution, honestly.
Congratulations, though, on a great start to your 2021 Truck Series playoffs. Oh, actually, sorry, I apologize to the viewers at home. He's a non-playoff driver. Congratulations on your second place finish here tonight at Gateway.
Thanks, but I should have kept my playoff spot. But things happen.
I was thinking about that during the broadcast. That was Stephen Corley, folks, driver of the 99, and off to victory lane we go. We've seen his face in victory lane a number of different times in a number of different NOSSCAR series, but never in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series until now. And it comes at an amazing time. Playoff driver Brett Baker wins and advances his way into the round of 8. First of all, congratulations. Secondly, take us through your race, the whole thing. Not even just the final stage with the long run and the strategies unfolding, but the whole race. Because you had a strong truck, top 5, top 10, all race long, led a lot of laps. And then, yeah, the strategy at the end, it just seemed to all work for you. You must have known you weren't going to make it or it was going to be close, and you played it safe. And just walk us through everything. How did you park it in victory lane at Gateway?
I can thank the 88 truck for letting me park in victory lane. I'm kidding. He ran a great race, and if he didn't blow that tire, it was his race. I ran my truck too hard to try to catch him, but our whole race overall, we had a good truck. It wasn't a race-winning truck, but I felt like if we could have gotten in the top 5, I would have taken it and moved on to Canadian Tire. But during that final stage, like, it really wasn't any strategy, honestly, to pit early, as that was like the first one of the whole field to pit. Our right rear was burning out so fast, I had to pit like 5 laps before anyone else did, and every time I did pit, I still had like maybe 9 to 7 laps of fuel left, so it really wasn't any strategy. It was just not trying to kill my truck by blowing a tire.
What kind of expectations did you set yourself entering this very first Truck Series playoff race at Gateway? How good did you think you were going to be here at Gateway tonight?
Honestly, I felt like maybe a top 10 truck. I didn't set the bar too high because you never know what to expect in these races. They are hard to win, and you've seen it firsthand, Tyler, over the many races I finished second in. Mm-hmm. And, like, honestly, I wasn't even expecting to make the playoffs until you told me last week that we made it in. And I thought, we're at the bottom of the barrel. The only place we got to go is up, even though you set it off by playoff points, which I still felt we were at the bottom because we felt like a Jeff Gordon from 2013, just a last-second addition. But we made the most of it by winning this race. It's a huge weight lifted off the shoulders, though. Like, in all 3 2021 NOSSCAR seasons for NASCAR Heat, we got our first win in all 3 of them, and that's astounding.
You got a NOSSCAR championship. It was back on NASCAR 15. It was the NOSSCAR Thunder Cup Series. What do you think your chances of going all the way to the championship for the 2021 Truck Series?
There's a lot of tough competition out there. I know Napa, he's my teammate, and he's tough as heck to beat. And then you got guys like NASCAR Oof here, who can show up unexpectedly at the front or dominate a race. So we're still going to race them hard and clean, but we're going to approach every race, try to get as many points as possible, and if we're in position to win, go for it. If we don't make it, we don't make it. We just got simply beat. But it's an honor to race in NOSSCAR overall. We won a championship in the past. We've won races, and now we won the trifecta for NOSSCAR on NASCAR Heat.
Wishing you the best of luck on your journey for that championship.
Thanks, Tyler, and good race to everybody that joined the race today. The 20 truck, he ran a great race. The 23 ran a great race. Diesel, he ran a great race. I thought he was going to catch me there at the end. He had a faster truck than I did. And again, oof, I applaud you for trying, man. That was a daring strategy. And if I couldn't pull it off, you could have pulled it off. It was just one corner too short, man, and I feel for you. I really do.
And there you heard it from Brett Baker from Victory Lane. First time NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series race winner. And like I said, folks, it comes at a great time. In the playoffs, he advances to the round of 8. He's locked in. He can breathe for the other 2 round of 12 races and not have to worry quite so much. In race reporter Alex Tesdall has the final word, finishing 6th in this race in the 98 Ford.
Great racing by everyone tonight, I'd say, and again, really feel for Oof there. I wanted to help him, but Tyler didn't hold on, but yeah. Everyone out there ran a great race, and on the Canadian Tire.
On to Canadian Tire is right, folks. Thank you for joining us for the Shield 200 at Gateway, the very first playoff race for the 2021 Truck Series season here on Heat 5. And off we go to my home track, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Thanks a bunch for joining us, and stay fast, folks.